Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell led the charge as himself and his cabinet members began filing the Declaration of Assets, Income and Liabilities today. The filing is in compliance with the Integrity in Public Life Act Section 12(1)(b) and 28(1) and 2. Apart from cabinet ministers, other persons filing declarations are the new members of Parliament and other new senior public officers as guided by the Integrity in Public Life law schedule. Prime Minister Mitchell says this process gives reason for one to look into their lives and earnings. However, one improvement he would like to see is the process becoming electronic.
I'll be honest, I think sometimes people are reluctant to do so. Sometimes they're worried about the confidentiality. And nobody likes to fill forms out, that's the truth. But at the end of the day, it's about your own integrity. If you are clear as a public servant that you have nothing to hide, and that over time you will have nothing to hide, then you shouldn't worry about making the declaration. At the end of the day, as public servants, you are in positions of trust. You get into positions where you have sometimes considerable control over state resources, and it's important to assure the public that you are not using it to benefit yourself personally from it, or your family for that matter. And so from that perspective, the integrity is important for us as public servants to make sure that the public knows that.
The Integrity in Public Life Act also states that where a person in public life holds property in trust for another person, or she shall so state this in his or her declaration. Following his declaration, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, Joseph Andel, shared his thoughts with the media.
It's a very important process for strengthening the democracy, for ensuring that people who are in public life are held to certain high standards. And I think as leaders, we have a responsibility to set the tone in terms of ethics and morality in public office. So overall, I think it is a very, very good step. The Commission, once it lives up to its mandate, I think will help to keep public officers up to the highest level in line, and to ensure that we stick to our mandates and that we are good custodians of the people's business.
Chairperson of the Integrity Commission, Lady Anande Chotman-Joseph, explained the rationale behind the declaring of assets and liabilities. She adds that there can be serious implications should there be failure on one's part to do so.
The reason for this is a shield against corrupt behavior in office, because our commission here in Grenada is not a post office. Not only do we receive these declarations, but we go a step further. We carry out a compliance exercise. That is, we check to see what they are saying is true against what is in our public registry, all of our registries actually, and if there are any red flags, there's a red flagging or a green flagging process.
This will be the first time that members of the cabinet of the Dickon Mitchell administration are declaring their assets to the Commission. Updating the declaration will be done at the request of the Commission. Since the declaration of assets began in 2014, over 1,000 people have complied with the request. Christina John, GBN News.